morning, everyone. Looks as though it's only me here. But that's as it's meant to be. Welcome to Quantum Love Manifesting. So I am gonna kick this off with creating sacred space. If nobody joins me, I'm not going to be here long. I will be pulling cards for everybody, as that's what I love to do. So we are today talking about manifesting through the energy of love. And that is why I am wearing my favorite color, which is bright red. So I am inviting everybody to, whenever you're catching this, just to get comfy, get cozy, and let's get tuned in. Okay. I'm actually going to channel this class. That feels as though it's the easiest way to do this, especially if I'm just sat here looking at a blank screen. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to hand this over to Spirit. Greetings. We are Teresa and Rose, Sheila's personal angels. It is wonderful to have the opportunity to speak to you. Wonderful to have an opportunity to share our perspective of why and how you can manifest far easier into your physical world. The idea of manifesting is when you see something coming into physical form. And of course, the process of manifesting starts much earlier. The process of manifesting begins when there is something that you desire or when there is something that you need. We are encouraging all of you to identify the things that you need and also to identify the things that you desire. When you have identified them, go into your heart space. Allow the air around you to align you with the energy of love. If you were to be truly exposed to space, you would feel the very presence of Creator, the very presence of love. It is in the air around you now. You do not need to go anywhere. You do not need to do anything. Just align with the energy of love. You do not need to send this love out. You do not need to picture this love. You do not need to visualize this love. You simply become aware that the very air around you, the very air that you are breathing, the very air that you are moving through is Creator, is the energy of love. And by taking a few moments, several times a day, to be aware that you are completely surrounded, above, below, through, within, by the energy of love, is to align yourself with the creative forces that shape your world. You may not feel as though you have many options, but you always have choice. And this choice is to align with the energy of love, even when you feel as though you have difficulty, even when you feel as though you are facing something that you cannot change. Aligning with the energy of love means that you are aligning with the natural flow of things, the natural evolution, the natural manifestation. You are aligning with the forces of nature. When you align with the forces of nature and you allow your will to align with divine will, you will find that the process of manifestation is much softer, much easier, and your sense will be that the things that you need will arrive at the right time in the right way, and you will not need to make such an effort to convince yourself that things are going to change. You will not need to try to be happy all the time. You will not try to ignore what concerns you the most. As I speak through the channel, I am stood on Sheila's left, and I am aware that Sheila has many influences in her life which may not be aligned with the energy of love, just as you have influences that affect you in your life that do not feel loving to you, that feel stressful, difficult, chaotic, worrying. And these influences can do an awful lot to affect not just your state of mind, but the very center of who you recognize yourself to be. Some of these influences you are not going to change because they have a will and a path of their own. But what you must be aware of is that you are connecting to fields of energy at all times. And so where you are connecting to the lower fields of energy, it is therefore much less likely that you are able to align with the energy of love. We will call these areas entrainment fields. In other words, the energy is trained to be at a specific frequency. There are over 91 energy trainment fields. And if you are plugged into the lower, the denser, the harder and harsher frequencies, it is going to be more difficult for you to feel loving or to feel hopeful or to feel positive. And so what we will say is, by asking your angels verbally to unplug you from the lower, denser energies and to plug you into the higher and yet stronger energies, you will find that your mood changes. You will find that your perception changes. You will start to naturally see things in a different light. We would like to mention to you some of the energy fields that you can request to be plugged into. So we are asking you to be aware that when you plug into higher energy fields, it can take a few days for your energy to stabilize. You can feel your emotions. You can feel the difference between where you were and where you are going now. And you will see the difference between where you are now and where others around you are. So be aware that it takes around 2 to 3 days for these changes to be felt, and around 7 days for these changes to actively change your point of attraction. But this is a far easier way of manifesting in alignment with the natural flow of things, because the natural flow is incredibly loving. Even when it looks as though there are tragedies and trauma, there is great love behind all change. So we will ask you now to hear these fields being spoken in a language that is understood by you. We will ask you to choose several of these to be plugged into. There is the energy field of courage and strength. This is 1 of 91. There is the energy field of hope. There is the energy field of expansion. There is the energy field of stability. There is the energy field of generosity. There is the energy field of love. There is the energy field of play. There is the energy field of illumination. There is the energy field of harmony. There is the energy field of movement. So all of these energy fields, you can simply ask your angels to plug you into these. You do not need to state which they are. You can simply ask that you are plugged into higher frequencies, and it will therefore become easier, much easier, for you to let go of the beliefs that are keeping your natural flow as it is right now. I am Rose. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today. One of the observations that I and others like me have made is that you spend an awful lot of time wishing that things were different, wishing that your connections with other souls were different. Whilst it is understandable that you would wish that things were different, this is a waste of your essential energy. We would suggest that instead of wishing that things were different and feeling perplexed because there is no automatic way of you changing the difficulties that surround you now, we would suggest that instead you ask your angels to share their energy with you so that you may pull back from those situations that are not going the way that you want. By asking your angels to share their energy with you, you will find it easier to let go of the worries. You will find it easier to let go of the feelings of inevitability that cause you to get so tied up in things that you do not seem to have any power over. When you ask us, your angels, to share our energy with you, you will instantly become calmer. You will feel lighter. And as the universe casts her gaze over you, she will see that your energy is smoother and calmer and lighter. And so the very nature of physicality will start to take on the qualities of calm and light. And you will start to see that the very people or the very situations that you were wishing would change start to change automatically in response to the energy that we are sharing through you. This is one of the ways that we can assist you in allowing yourself to manifest from a place of love and not from a place of fear, and not from a place of frustration, and not from a place of lack. It is Teresa speaking again. We would also guide you to connect with your guardian angel, who has a great deal of ability to work with the guardian angels of those that you are unable to liaise with easily in your daily lives. Your guardian angel has the capacity to communicate on your behalf with those that you feel estranged from, those that you have had no communication with, those that are choosing a different way of life to you. And it is not to say that through utilizing the love and the connection that always exists between you and your guardian angel, that somebody else will change their mind. Wherever there has been an automatic blocking of communication, wherever there has been a refusal to acknowledge what you give or who you are, or a determination to ignore your love, there is likely to be an openness and a curiosity as to what you might bring forth next. Utilize the connections that you have. Your guardian angel also has the capacity to request upon your behalf dispensations which allow you to move through your current lessons quicker and faster. And so many of your lessons have been with you for quite some time, and you are not at liberty to see how far you have come or how far you have yet to go. And very often these situations will come from having a lack of personal energy or a lack of awareness of the true power that you truly possess. And so you allow certain situations to carry on because you do not believe that it is possible that they can change. And so even when you are attempting to manifest something which is the opposite of what you have, there is a part of you that does not truly believe that this can happen. And this is essentially muddying your will. So you can ask your guardian angel to speed up the fundamental lesson, the fundamental growth point, the fundamental judgment that you have about yourself or that you have about life in general. And this will mean that the path is then clear for your manifestations to flood quickly in. And I would like to take it upon myself to mention some of these growth points, some of these judgments, which are not punishments. They are simply beliefs that you have from earlier periods in this life, and sometimes beliefs that you have from other lives that are challenging the very basis of what you believe that you can create. So the first belief that many of you have is that you do not have enough, that you do not have enough love, that you do not have enough time, that you do not have enough money, that you do not have enough friends, that you do not have enough choice. This is the fundamental judgment that is affecting your ability to allow the manifestations of the divine to actualize into your life. And so you can ask your angel to alter your energetics so that rather than perceiving lack and trying to convince yourself that this is not what you perceive, you can ask your angel to help you to perceive that you are supported and that you are secure and that you are safe, and that right now at this time you do have enough. And your angel will alter the settings within your aura, which are numerous, and this will allow your point of attraction to change quite quickly. This judgment, as with any judgments, comes from a place of fear. It comes from the past. And there is a part of you that is trying to prevent future lack or future hurt from occurring. And that is why this judgment is there, to remind you that life is hard. Life does not have to be hard. But life does have to flow. And very often you hold yourself in a place where life is unable to flow because you fear change. You fear the unknown. You fear what is yet to come because what has not been as you wished or hoped it would be. And it is this very judgment that you do not have enough that is causing the inevitability of future lack to keep arriving. Utilize the power that you have. Utilize the guidance that you have. Utilize the angels that you have. We have far more ability to help you than you ever take advantage of. There are angels of money and wealth. There are angels of love and romance. There are angels that can escort your soulmate into your life. There are angels that can escort new friends into your life. There are angels that can bring forward the help that you need for your teenagers and your children and your elderly. There are angels that can help with decisions that are affecting you financially. There are angels that can guide you towards the right job. There are angels that can help you with your business. There are angels that can help you with your health. There are angels that can help you with every single earthly outcome that there is, or that you fear there may be. You do not need to know who these angels are. You simply need to ask your guardian angel, please get me the help I need. Please get me the help I need from heaven and get me the help I need on earth. You will soon start to see, after around 7 to 14 of your earthly days, that help starts to arrive. There are no coincidences. We are much closer to you than you know, and we have much more ability to help you than you believe. You do not need to believe, but you soon will if you avail yourself of our help. We ask you to align with the energy of love that surrounds you at all times. It is through allowing yourself to be surrounded by the energy of love that you will feel the natural urge to ask, and you will be open to receive. And this is another thing that we see you do when you hear that you should be open to receive. There is a natural hesitation that you may be setting yourself up to receive more of what you've had. But this is not the case if you are aligning yourself with the ever-present energy of love. You are receiving love. And even if you do not believe that you are receiving love within your physical life at this time, because your environment is not changing and the people around you are not instantly changed, it is you that will change. It is you that will become calmer and lighter and softer. And as this spreads, they will change because of you. So when you are receiving the energy of love, you are not setting yourself up for trouble. You are not setting yourself up to get hurt. You start a new momentum, and the momentum must begin with you. then there is a lack of trying to convince yourself, a lack of effort, a lack of struggling to stay positive. And there is only an acceptance, and then an awareness, and then an anticipation, and then an acceleration, and then an actualization. All you need to do is be aware of the energy of love around you, or you can ask your angels out loud verbally, if you would, to share their energy with you, and this will do the same. Ask for the help you need, even if you do not believe that it will come. Belief is not required. It is preferable, as is faith, as is trust. But that depends on you. We can do this work for you and with you and through you and around you if you only ask. There is no need for you to struggle. And it is inevitable that at some point your life will become easier and more loving. The only question is, when will you ask? I am Teresa. She is Rose. We love you. And we invite you to ask your angels to help you now. Well, I'm sat here on my own, so there doesn't seem much point doing that. So I am... So I am going to pull cards for everybody. And the cards I'm going to pull are the Divine Abundance cards. So we have our Manifesting with the Unicorns next Saturday. I may pre-record it if nobody's going to turn up, because there just doesn't seem to be much point. Let me just go to the group. Okay. So we're going to start with Emily. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Going to go to beautiful Lisa. Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Alegna. Inner child. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. Barbara. Your path. Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Marianne. Guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. Linda. Sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Daniela. Divine source. Help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source of all. Thunder. Delusion. Intention without surrender. I don't like that card for you. I'm going to do another one for you. That's better. Liberation. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. Jenny. Letting go. So I'm just going to hold that up. Shari. Love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. Betty. Right now, stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled in each moment. Elsa. Receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest plan and to trust my inner guidance. Misty. Divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the Tao, the divine flow at all costs. Jenny Leverett. Receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Melissa. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads. Let me see who else we've got. Christy. Divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. Renee. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads. Ah, that's really weird. I don't know why that's happened. Maybe I've not actually, maybe for whatever reason, this hasn't actually allowed anyone to join. Sumi. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained and exhausted ego. We have Loretta. Grounded. Many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks. Okay. Okay, Loretta, I haven't managed to get you to join. Okay, just a minute. I'm going to check that I've done everyone. Carrie, I haven't forgotten you. Not going to forget you today. Carrie. Woo! Your path. Help me trust that there's a plan far beyond through what I can see with my illusions. Let's... Erika. And then we have true offering, takes what can be unbearable and returns it to love. Okay, so next week we do have the opportunity for you to ask whatever you want to ask. If you don't ask, I will just pull cards for you for December. We've also got some fabulous classes for December, which I'm really excited about. So we have Manifesting with the Unicorns plus Which Unicorn is With You next Saturday. We have Christmas Messages from Your Higher Self. That is going to take me a long time because that's not going to be done through cards. We've got your whole 2023 in tarot forecast for you all, and who are your personal angels and their messages for you each. So none of those are going to be card readings. They're all going to take me quite a bit of time, but I hope that you're going to enjoy them. I also do have one final place on my spirit modality. This modality, it is an investment. There is payment plans available, but it is incredible. I'm just going to go through some of the treatments that you will actually be learning. So we've got where you can actually heal physical conditions or certainly help heal those. We've got treatments for abundance, treatments for anti-aging, treatments for spiritual growth. We have got, you can remove karma, you can remove vows, there are psychic ability downloads, there are money and career treatments, there are weight loss treatments, There are life purpose treatments, money treatments. There's just everything here. So I have never offered this before. I've got one place left. You can pay a deposit, and then it's then 5 payments of is £400. It's basically 5 payments over 10 weeks. If anybody's interested, please let me know pretty quick, because I am closing that next week. For now, I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend. I'm sending you all so much love, lots of love, and goodbye, my darlings, for now. Oh, Maria, I didn't do you. I didn't do Maria. True offering, Maria. And I did do Carrie. Orion saying I did do Carrie. Lots of love. Bye for now.